Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Finally, we got back to doing Mondays. Hope everyone's well. And this is a little bit emotional because this is the 12th and final episode in this particular series. For those of you who are new here, my name is Lucy Charlotte Nichols, and I am a quantum coach specializing in helping you unfuck yourself from complex trauma, level up your life, and quantum leap. And here on YouTube, we talk about destroying the old survival identities, reclaiming your power, and stepping into a life that actually truly belongs to you. And today, finally, we have made it to the good part, the payoff. We are talking about the big fucking glow up. And no, I'm not talking about a superficial, aesthetic glow up. So go ahead, do that too. Do whatever you like. But I'm not talking about changing your clothes, buying new skincare, or pretending to be happy. I am talking about a deep, internal quantum shift. The moment where you stop leaking your energy to everybody else. I'm sorry, excuse my dog. Safi, zip it. Where you plug the holes in your container and finally pour all of that massive power back into your own life, your own goals, your own desires. Let's talk about what happens when you finally hold your head up and claim your crown. Okay, so in our last video, we talked about the boundary backlash. We talked about how to stand your ground when the people around you don't like the new, authentic you, and how to survive their disappointment without abandoning yourself. What happens once the dust settles? What happens when you stop fighting the backlash, stop over-explaining, and just let the old structures collapse? Suddenly, you are left with an incredible amount of empty space. And today, we are talking about how you use that space to manifest the life you actually desire. Here is the raw truth about human energy. You cannot manifest a high frequency life while you are operating from a low energy, low frequency survival identity. For years, your energy was completely tied up. It was spent monitoring people's faces, overthinking your texts, managing other people's bad moods, and playing small so that nobody else got to feel uncomfortable. You didn't lack power. Your power was just fractured in 1,000 different directions. The big glow up happens when you call all of that energy back. When you decide that your peace is non-negotiable. You stop leaking power. And suddenly, that energy has nowhere else to go but into your expansion, your health, your business, your creativity, your relationships. Everything changes because you changed the frequency. When you undergo a real identity shift, the reality around you has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your new standards. You start noticing changes that feel almost magical, but they are just the logical result of your alignment. You stop feeling exhausted. The chronic fatigue that you thought was medical was actually just the energetic cost of constant people pleasing. The right opportunities appear. Clients, friends, and environments that actually respect and match your value start showing up because you're no longer settling for crumbs. You become magnetic. When you are no longer desperate for approval, you become deeply attractive to the right people because authenticity is the rarest currency on earth. You aren't chasing anymore. You are choosing. A lot of people think that having a big glow up is about adding something to your life. It isn't. It's about subtraction. Removing the obligation, removing the guilt, and removing the absolute bullshit idea that you have to earn your right to exist by being useful to everybody else. When you subtract the conditioning, what is left is your raw, unfiltered, powerful self. You don't need to learn how to be powerful. You just need to stop practicing being small. Your future self operates from total alignment. She doesn't ask permission to take up space. She doesn't need to feel the need to shrink so that the people around her aren't intimidated. She lives from, "This is who I am. You're welcome to love it or you're welcome to leave it." And she says it with total peace, zero anger, and absolute certainty. And as usual, I've got a couple of examples for you. Example 1, your business or career. Imagine you have an idea for a project, a book, a launch, or a career move. The old you would wait, second guess, ask 5 people for their opinions, worry it's too bold, and eventually do nothing or water it down to make it more palatable. But future you feels the inspiration, trusts your vision, and executes clearly. You put it out into the world because you care more about your creative truth than whether a random stranger critiques it. Example 2, owning the room. Old you, scanning the room, wondering if your outfit's okay, tweaking your personality to fit the vibe of whoever you're talking to, and feeling very drained. Future you, walking in, grounded in your own skin. You're not looking around to see if people like you. You're looking around to see if you like them. You leave when you're tired, without making up a dramatic excuse. The big glow up can feel lonely at first, because the crowd gets thinner at the top. But I want you to reframe the space in your life right now. It's not empty space, it's clean space. It's a blank canvas. And for the first time in your life, you now get to decide exactly what you're going to paint on it, without checking to see if other people like the colours. So as we wrap up this video and this chapter of your journey, I want you to stop asking, how do I fix my life? And start asking instead, what would I actually choose to build today if I completely trusted myself? How much joy and abundance am I willing to let myself receive without feeling guilty? Look back at the younger version of you who had to walk on eggshells to feel safe. Show her who you are today. Show her the boundaries you've built, the voice you've found, and the life that you are creating. Tell her, look what we did. We made it out. We're safe and we are finally free. It is time for us to finally play. The journey from a hesitant heart to an empowered queen isn't easy. It takes a lot of courage to face the discomfort, to sit through the guilt, and to hold your line against the backlash over and over again. But on the other side of that fire is a life that is entirely, beautifully, unapologetically yours. You've done the work. Now step onto your throne and enjoy that view. Thank you so much for riding this series out with me. And as always, peace out and stay blessed. Happy Monday.